What's going on, YouTube? It's going to do an update on what's going on with the kdx200 race bike, as well as what's going on with that kdx200 over there. So my buddy picked this thing up, and I'll just say it was completely caked in dirt, but surprisingly ran really well. So far, the list, what we've gotten done and what needs to be done still for this vintage race that we're doing is the main things I have right here that were left were coolant, the gear oil, clutch cable, the carb rebuild and cleaning, and swapping out the tires and rims and muffler packing. So that's what came out of it. That's all that was in there in the muffler. So I repacked the muffler last night and kind of just cleaned it up with what little degreaser I had left. Just kind of took a wire brush to this and tried to shine it up a little bit. I cleaned the exhaust pipe off, just degreaser. Not really worried about painting it just yet. My buddy wants to do that by all means. There was a hole in the exhaust, sort of near the header. Probably gonna be hard to see, but I did have to weld it. Let's see if we can get in there. So it's right about here. So just threw a glob of flux core on there and to see if it's leaking. Got a new clutch cover gasket and a new clutch cable. So now it's minty. It also has a brand new clutch in there. So the issue with the bike was the previous owner had way too many plates in there. I think they had a total of like 8 or 9 actual clutch plates, and there's only supposed to be 7 in there. So put it here. Obviously with some rolling resistance, bike moves, but when you let off the clutch, yeah, now we're in gear. So clutch is working. And just put a new spark plug in there. Took the air filter off the YZ250X that came stock and just got it to fit in there. Bolted this voltage regulator in place and just electrical taped these wires that were just hanging around. The voltage regulator is definitely for the rear tail light. The rear tail light's not there anymore. The tail broke. So I think the wires were cut anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But just from keeping this dangling around, it's bolted in place now. I have some 50/50 Prestone coolant that's gonna have to go in this once I get the car back, and I'll be able to do like a coolant bleed, burp the system. And then the rear tire from this guy is gonna get swapped with the rear tire from this KDX, and we'll see about the front. But this bike has kx250 forks on it, so we'll have to see if it'll swap over or not. But the reason why the forks are removed is because the fork seals are blown and it's been leaking pretty badly. You can see this is where the bike's been sitting, and that's a puddle of fork oil. So yeah, we'll have to see I'm pretty sure we can swap the rear. We'll see about the front, but that's the update. The guys went out to Fork River Mountain, but Abe's not feeling well, so I decided to stay home and hang out with her. But got the Gixxer and the YZ250X. So took this guy out the other day, and holy shit, this thing flies. I had this thing sideways multiple times. But anyway, just wanted to do a quick video, let you guys know where we're at with this bike. We'll do a first ride when we get the carburetor back from Corey after it's being rebuilt, and then we'll throw the carb in, do the coolant flush, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, take it easy. Like, comment, and subscribe.